They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So then you said that they put millions of my access. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my bloodstream. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cocktail. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. There was design fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my I'ma fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem. I'm never gon' miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR. I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she got to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitching the different breed of black men. We don't do the bad thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Those bitches some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one breath, some break up, but never take up as a flex. When the law with your ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that, we with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I responded and called back. Oh Lord, and everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scratch them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the Glock with the slide on. Real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. Kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like. My nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, 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 that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
JT on the track.
Hey, oh. Yeah. Hey, hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in it, yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas, it'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding general, your honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid, number real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For I take your life or let you take mine. That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey.
Lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. How when I get mad, turn the Sharface. Yeah. Fuck. Hey, tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is, tell me what you wanna do. Put sad boy plotting on who? I done seen it all before I came through. Must don't understand, nigga, I'm in the truth, lame ass nigga. But they cracker trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rides on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Sharface. I'm up in South Beach with this shit, nigga, Miami. Fuck on me. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. I'm always in the field, always dressed to kill, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? But your pussy boy, but you ain't talking about nothing, but you ain't making noise. You ain't on that shit that you thought you was. Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? They don't even know that. Shooting at me and I'm a throwback. I don't look back, that's a throwback. No, I don't look sad, cause I'm on that. Boy, get shot at the tough, that's a toe tag. Lame man, Cracker don't want the guns on me. But these people wanna know everything. But the booze and the trigger. I tell these soft ass boys how to think. When I'm on my grind, let it hate. Yeah, my nutsack on these fuck niggas when I don't give a fuck. What they be hating on, cause I'm up, nigga. What the fuck, nigga? Who the fuck these niggas thought they was? Yeah, all the time a nigga growing. All the time a nigga knowing. Gotta stack it up, keep that bitch flowing. Hey. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel, tell me what it is. Gotta flip the deal, gotta keep the steal, kill a big kid. Nah, nigga, for real, I'm ready for the real. Nigga, ready for the war, nigga. But they crack trying to shoot shit my way. 100 down rounds on the highway. Only thing I got in this lifestyle, that's my boss, bitch, and my wordplay. Hey, when I get mad, turn the Scarface. Now when I get mad, turn the Scarface. We up here with the scene, nigga, with the Colombians, cutting niggas' heads off and shit. Tell me how it is, tell me how you feel. Always just a kid, shoot 'em up the hill. Gotta keep it still, nah, nigga, for real. Any boy, that they talking about. Why X out your rank, walking on your sand. On the highway, chasing out the bands. Boy, wanna hate, they don't understand. Boy, wanna hate, soft two cans. Sam, man, nigga. I told you for that nigga don't know it. Yeah, chasing out the one, I love that shit. Cause the thrill of the hunt keep me on my shit. Yeah, the deck on my hip with the stand-up clip. Yeah, motherfucker, we'll kill your ass. We'll motherfucking dissect your ass. Cut a head off, put a body for the buzzers. Matter of fact, fuck them buzzers, nigga. Ain't no head hunters. Hey, call nigga shot face, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Yeah.
It's the Cabinet Palooza sale at Cabinets to Go.
Our in-stock
All right, Shalom is ready. Me 1 second, make sure I'm heard. Shalaki, yeah, I'll give you 1 second. I'm heard. Just tonight. Let's be to Hey, it's a lot for anybody on Facebook because StreamYard just sent me a message saying it's a problem with streaming on Facebook right now. I'm not sure what it is. We'll figure it out and get it fixed. Lord allow real soon. All right. This is the ISUK Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West, under 25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Hanna. We've been established since 1969, and since 1969, we've been teaching the truth according to the Bible. What is the truth according to the Bible? The truth is blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians descend from the greatest people to ever walk the face of the planet Earth, and we make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And in 2025, it's nothing more important than figuring out who you are. You understand? If anybody got any questions, type them in the chat, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. If you're on Facebook, Salakia, it sent me a message saying there was something going on with it. I'm not sure if it kicked y'all out. I'm not sure what it did, but just bear with us, or just go to YouTube, ISUK Nashville, or ISUK Chattanooga. We on both right now. All right. And we're gonna start it up. This is Tuesday night brotherhood class. Tonight's topic is how to pray. All right. Like I said just now, a little earlier, it's nothing more important in 2025 than to figure out who you are. Why is it so much so-called black on black violence, black on black crime? You understand? Why are Hispanics willingly voting for Trump? Why did they willingly vote for Trump? And then turn around and act like they didn't know what character Trump has. They didn't know that Trump hated Hispanics. They didn't know that Trump hated Haitians. All these different things, man. Why are we still following behind a nation that has never done anything to save us, but they actually have done the opposite? All right. The scriptures say, we long for a nation to save us. In vain we long for, I'm paraphrasing, in vain we long for a nation that could not save us, all right? And the reason that we keep unaliving each other and going against each other is why? Because we know we have no, I hate to use the term, because blackity blacks turn this to something else, but we have no so-called knowledge of self. We have our identity stolen. So now the only choices and options that we are given, the lifestyle we are raised to live, is to do what? Follow after our oppressor. So when we go and unalive each other, we picking up the ways of our oppressor, the way he thinks, the way he looks at our people. You understand? The oppressor does not see our people as brothers and sisters. He doesn't see me as I see. He doesn't see you as I see you. What I can see in my uncle, my cousin, you understand, my auntie, my father, my mother. He sees a Hispanic person as a dog, a slave, a quote unquote alien, man. They would deport Jesus if Christ came back today in disguise. They would try their damnedest to deport him. You understand? That is the nature of our oppressor. That is the nature of the so-called white man, white supremacy, or what have you. You understand? But tonight we get into how to pray. And we're gonna start in the book of Matthew, chapter 6. Once again, if anybody got any questions, type in the chat. All right, we're gonna start in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and verse 2. And we're gonna pop it off by getting how Christ said you should pray. Understand this. A lot of the times, in these scriptures, when Christ speaks, he's always teaching us something. Like a wise father, like a wise, you understand, like a general. All right. That's what I take from the scriptures. When you read the New Testament, you see what Christ has to say. He's always trying to teach us something new. Not only have we already been given the laws, Christ doubled down on trying to tell us and show us how we should enact the law. You're not supposed to sleep with another man's husband. But Christ told us, like, you're not supposed to sleep with another man's wife. So, like it. But Christ told us it's adultery if you even think of it in your mind. All right. He made the law. Christians say that he done away with the law when he actually gave you no room to break the law. You understand? He made the law even harder. He taught us the spirit of the law, the way that we should live the law and see the law. All right? He brought the law to life. So you have no excuse not to keep it. All right, but we're going to go ahead and start reading the book of Matthew, chapter 6, and starting at verse 2. And it reads, start at verse 1. Take heed that you do not your alms before men to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. What is your alms? What is Christ talking about? Alms is good works. All right, the things you do, good deeds. It says, do not your alms before men to be seen of them. So don't do a certain thing, man. Don't try to do a good thing when everybody is watching. You understand? It could be a time where you do it where everybody's watching because that's the type of person you are. But it's other times where you would never do it if everybody wasn't watching. You understand? That's the spirit that Christ is talking about right there. That's the spirit of, you understand, you got a brother beside you, next to you. Now you give a brother who's starving the shirt off your back. Now you give him a couple dollars. You understand? But you're doing that to be seen of men. You're not doing that out of the kindness of your own heart. Because if it wasn't men seeing you, if you weren't trying to look good for another person, you would have never done it. All right? These are the alms, the kind of alms, the spirit that Christ is talking about. Verse 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. Man, what is sounding that trumpet? Man, that's, instead of, doing stuff for the community on your own time, look what you got to do. You got to pull out a damn camera. You understand? Every time you do something for somebody, you have to record it. You have to show it. And a lot of times, the type of people that do this are the same ones, man. You ever received help from somebody who you thought you can trust? and then they ask you for a favor that you genuinely could not do. Not one that you could do, but you didn't repay the favor, but something you genuinely did not do. They needed $10, man. You didn't have it. You understand? They needed some gas money, some lunch money, something like that, and you genuinely did not have it. Well, a person who only does things to be seen of men, he will hold you so accountable for this. He would say, man, he's gonna throw it right back up in your face. Man, you ain't hardly got enough money to eat your damn self, but now they mad at you because you can't do for them, and they like, man, niggas ain't never there for you when you need them. You understand? I gave so and so $20 to do this. I took care of his kids, this and that and the third, and he couldn't even throw me $10. These are the type of people who do favors just for something in return, not out of the spirit of brotherhood. You understand? Not out of the love. You understand? Not because they love you, but because they want something in return. All right, and you're gonna run into these people everywhere. You understand? In the world, these are the type of people that are common. This is not a rare occurrence. This is not rare at all in the world, man. You understand? We all know this. And this is also talking about your so-called pastor, your preacher. How many times have they had a check go out? Man, they gotta announce who they helping in front of the whole damn church. But when you have to ask them on the side, you get your pastor to the side, you pull him to the side and say that your rent is due. And you know what he say? I pray for you. All right. These are the type of people that Christ is referring to. It say, do not be like this. Remember when I said Christ is trying to teach you something? He's trying to teach you how to be a man, how to be a sister. You understand? He's trying to teach you how to be thorough in everything you do. Learning the law is one thing, but the spirit of the law is totally different. The spirit of the law is very different. You cannot eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, but in reality, you talking about how good it is every damn day. You're talking about how bad you want to eat it every day. The spirit of the law would be saying to hell with pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. I don't want it. I don't give a damn how it tastes. But you can be the type of person who you may not eat it, but you glorify it. You understand? You may not, you understand, have threesomes with women, and like how we can have multiple wives. You may not force your wives in a bed, but you glorify that type of stuff. It's all about the spirit behind it. It's the spirit of the law that Christ was teaching. All right. I'm gonna keep reading. Matthew 6 and verse 3. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth, that thine alms may be in secret. And thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. All right. If you do it thoroughly how you're supposed to do it, the Most High will reward you in open. You do it secretly how you're supposed to do it. You're not doing it to be rewarded of men. You understand? You're not doing it so you can get a damn rank raise. You ain't doing it, man. You understand? When you do it, you turn to the left and to the right. You try to see who saw you give somebody some money. You trying to make sure, you trying to get a head count on people who are witness to what you did. All right? That is the spirit behind it. Verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. What does this sound like, man? You understand? If you go into a black Christian church on a Sunday, what does this sound like, man? This is out of Kawasaki. You understand? I had somebody in my life, my so-called godmother when I was coming up. They did this all the time. And I remember I was young and foolish. I'm like, how you do that, man? Like the Lord telling me, what to do and what to say. Not knowing the Lord don't know what the hell this lady is saying. All this speaking in so-called tongues and things like that, man. You doing that to be seen. When your pastor wave his jacket across the church and everybody is doing the falling out and doing all of this like they doing the swag surfing, like swag and surfing came on, man, and all the different shenanigans, man. Somebody pour a bottle of water on your head. You in a wheelchair, somebody pour a bottle of water on your head, and now you stand straight up. You are mocking God. You saying prayers in vain, man, to be seen of men. You trying to make it seem like the pastor trying to make it seem like he has more power and authority than he has. Like he can do miracles like Christ. And he's only doing that, why? To get your money. To get that up out your pocket. It's only one video I've seen ever where a sister was actually serious about the Most High. She was serious about going to church. And when a pastor tried to wave and have her fall out, she was still standing right there. Like she don't feel. You understand? She ain't caught the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, about she waiting on something for real, man. And the pastor said, you know what he said? He said, man, you want this blessing or what? Yeah, damn, you shouldn't have came up here. You don't want this blessing. They expect for you to make a fool out of yourself and mock God, all for the sake of them looking good. Them are hypocrites. Them the type of hypocrites that the Most High is talking about. Them the kind of wicked bastards that do things to be seen of men for profit's sake. All right? They don't do things just to be serving the Most High. They got to go over the top and be extra, you understand? And have you looking dumbfounded, have your granny in church stumping roaches. And looking at damn food, now everybody leaving the church all sweaty. You understand? Big Hat that got stepped on 30 times. Because you trying to be seen of men. All right? Yeah, it definitely looked like something is going on with Facebook. Yeah, it definitely looked like something's going on with Facebook. It's lucky, yeah. Everybody that was watching on Facebook. All right? We're going to keep reading. It's lucky. I think I just read 4. I think I just read 4, so we're going to drop that. Give me a second. Hold on. Now we're going to keep reading that. Verse 5. And when thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are. For they love to pray standing in the synagogues and in the corners of the streets, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward. But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. And when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. All right? Don't, as soon as you pray, every time you pray, you gotta call. You gotta call somebody and let them know. I just prayed. And say do so in secretly. Get in the damn closet if you have to. Do it sincerely and genuinely. When you pray, that's between you and the Lord. That ain't between nobody but you and the Lord. You understand? That's how it was meant to be. That's what it was intended to be. Between you and the Most High. Verse 7. But when you pray, Use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Understand this. The Lord, before you even pray, He knows what you need. He knows what you finna pray for. He knows what you desire. Don't keep on bugging the Lord, man, over and over again. It says don't use vain repetitions. You understand? The Most High knows what you need, and He understands what you're praying for. All right? And get in that closet and pray to the east. You understand? And pray that the Lord hears you. And that's it. It says do not use vain repetitions. Verse 8. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before you ask Him. Like I just said, don't pray in vain, man. It's okay to do the Lord's Prayer and do all the Sabbath service prayers. Do not pray in vain, man. Do not provoke the Lord with excessive prayer over and over again. Like it said, it says, what? Our Father which art like, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask. The Most High knows everything you're going to ask before you ask, all right? Now we're going to drop this. We're going to drop Matthew real quick. And we're going to get a couple of them. We're going to get a couple. Let's go to John 9 and 31 first. The book of St. John, chapter 9, verse 31. Give me 1 second. All right. This is the book of John, chapter 9, and verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth his will, him he heareth. This is something else you got to understand. This is very important. This is key if you want to be heard through your prayers. If you want to learn how to pray. This is in the New Testament. You understand? It says that the Most High does not hear sinners, but He hears him who does the will of the Most High. What is the will of the Most High? The law, statutes, and commandments. Live in the way that you were intended to live. Live in the way that the Most High will have you to live. That is the Most High's will for you. He does not hear sinners. So in the Christian church, you understand, you go to the Christian church and they say that you can still, the law is done away with. So they allow them to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, be a homosexual, you understand, be pedophiles and every manner of sin on this earth. They allow them to do that, and then they pray and tell them to pray and say they're going to pray for them. Don't they know that the definition of sin is the transgression of the law? All right. So if the law is done away with, then there is no what? Sin. So what the hell is the New Testament talking about? So what the hell is God talking about when He says He don't hear sinners? They're going to take away they're going to take away the will of God from you so they can be wicked. You understand? They take away the whole understanding, Ecclesiastes say the whole purpose of a man is to keep the commandments. They're going to take away your whole damn purpose to allow you to be wicked. The word sin should not be allowed in the Christian church because they don't believe in the law. Without the law, there is no sin. You understand? In the Bible, it says sin is the transgression of the law. They go hand in hand. So without the law, there is no sin. All right? And it says He does not hear a sinner. So you can't expect to be a homosexual and pray and the Lord hears you. You can't expect to be an unaliver and pray and the Lord gonna hear you. You know what the Christian church, man, what them drug dealers that go to the church think? They think that the Lord has to be with them because they ain't got 100 years yet. Unalivers think the Lord has to be with them because they're not under the jail yet. You understand? Because why? The law in the Christian church is supposed to be done away with. All right. But we just read here. We know that the Lord don't even hear your prayers if you are a sinner. And guess what? I'm real quick get Proverbs chapter 28 and 9. Let me tell you how he sees your prayers if you are a sinner. In Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 29. Give me 1 second. This is the book of Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 29. Oh, it's like not 29. Proverbs chapter 28 and verse 9. Salaki. And it reads, he that turneth away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer shall be abomination. Man, if you don't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, your prayer is abomination. What is the definition of abomination? Abomination, according to the Bible, is something that the Lord hates. He hates to hear a sinner praying to him. He hates to hear how much a sinner wants and how much the Lord is supposed to give him, how much he deserves, and he's wicked as hell. The Lord can't stand it. All right? It says a sinner's prayers are an abomination unto the Most High. That's how the Most High sees it. All right? So when you in that Christian church, remember that. When you go and act a damn fool on Sunday, man, nothing good ever happens on a damn Sunday. In my experience in life, everybody dies on. There's so many unalivers on Sunday. There's so many attitudes on a Sunday, man. After they get out of church, man, I worked at a chicken joint. Man, you should see them Christians after they get out of church on Sunday. You would think they'd be happy because they just got the so-called the Holy Ghost. They are even extra rude on a damn Sunday. You understand? Nothing changes because they don't believe in the Bible. They don't really have faith in the Most High. They would rather, when you tell them that eating pork is against God, they would rather tell you to go to hell because this pork is so damn good. They would rather go against the Most High for their own needs. You understand? Now I'm gonna get a couple scriptures on. If you're familiar with Sabbath service, you know we say Wapa Yahakudam, which means turn and face the east. Now I'm gonna get a couple scriptures on why we face the east. I'm gonna get a couple of quick ones on why we face the east. I'm gonna start in. Let me see what's a good one. Salakia. There's a few. I'm gonna get 1 Kings first. 1 Kings chapter 8. And we're gonna start at verse 44. We're gonna drop down a couple times. Now I'm gonna just show y'all a few verses on why we face the east. On Wapa Yan Hakwadam. Give me a second. Give me a second to get there. All right. 1 second. All right, boom. This is the book of 1 Kings chapter 8. The book of 1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 44. If thy people go out to battle against their enemy, whithersoever thou shalt send them, and shalt pray unto the Lord toward the city which thou hast chosen, and towards the house which I have built for thy name. All right. It says, pray towards the city of the house he built the Lord, and towards the house, shall I get? What it says, pray towards the city which thou hast chosen, and toward the house I have built for thy name. This is the king, I believe this is Solomon talking. Because David asked his son Solomon to build a temple for the Most High once he passed. Because David was not able to build a temple for the Most High, a house for the Most High, because he had too much blood on his hand. All right. So he passed this down to Solomon. And this is an example of Solomon saying they are going to face towards wherever this temple was, man, which is in, of course, Jerusalem. We over here, we in the Western Hemisphere. So we face towards the east, towards Jerusalem when we do our prayers. All right. Now I'm going to drop down to verse 48. Verse 48. And so return unto thee with all their heart and with all their soul, and the land of their enemies, which led them away captive, and pray unto thee toward their land, which thou gavest unto their fathers, the city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name. Everybody understand? This is towards Jerusalem. Verse 49. Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven, thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause. All right. This is just one example out of many in the Bible. We're gonna get one, I believe one or two more. All right. Real quick for the people who need to know. It's important that y'all get these type of scriptures because one day it might just pop up. One day you might have to explain this. All right. Well, I teach classes. I like to give y'all like history or knowledge of the Bible. All right. Why we do the things that we do. When we ask anybody got any questions, you should have a question about everything. A lot of people may not know why we face towards the east during the Sabbath service. All right. Why we drink the wine, why we have all of these ornaments and everything on the decoration, everything on the podium. You may not understand these things. We have the oil and wine. That's why it's important to ask questions. All right. Now I'm gonna get y'all another example. Let me see. All right, the book of Daniel, chapter 6 and verse 10. Now, when Daniel knew that the writing was signed, he went into his house, and his windows being open in his chamber toward Jerusalem. He kneeled upon his knees 3 times a day and prayed and gave thanks before his God as he did aforetime. So our forefathers before us, such as Daniel, they prayed towards the house of the temple of the Most High that Solomon had built. You understand? They faced towards Jerusalem. Even in our captivities, we face towards Jerusalem. So in different parts of the Bible, you're gonna see that different brothers have faced towards a different way. Such as if you're in maybe I believe India, you'll face towards the west. If you're above Jerusalem, you'll face towards the south. But they always face towards the temple of the Most High. You understand? And let me see if I can get a quick example of that. So like yeah. So, give me a second. Oh man, I thought this was the one. So like yeah, I gotta get a different scripture. What I had was David after a battle praying towards the Most High. I have to find a different example of what I was saying. No matter where they are, they face towards the temple. All right. They face towards the temple. But even the scriptures that I brought up beforehand, they may not have been facing towards the specific east, but they always face towards the temple of the Most High. Daniel, David, Solomon. You understand? They always face towards Jerusalem. Give me a second. Now I'm going to drop that. We'll drop that and go to Colossians chapter 3. Colossians chapter 3, I'm starting verse 1. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. Give me a second to get that with you. Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. All right. This is a book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 1. Now we're going to get into a couple of scriptures about, I'm going to finish it off with different scriptures. We just talked about how sinners' prayers are not heard. I'm going to get into a couple being a new man scriptures, new person scriptures. All right. Because even if you were once a sinner, you can always repent. You understand? If you do so sincerely. Do not be a wicked bastard and say the Lord knows your heart. You understand? The Most High don't even hear your prayers because if he really knew your heart, he knows that you thought about him right before you sinned. He knows that you weighed both options, serving the Most High or sinning and doing whatever the hell I want. And you chose the wrong option. You chose to go against the Most High. And once you sin against him, and then you turn around, the Christians done made up so-called God knows my heart. And you're gonna find if you listen to Christians long enough, you're gonna find how many excuses and reasons and stories they have to keep sinning against the Most High. When the Bible says, tarry not to turn to the Most High, to change your ways. All right. We're gonna get into it. Colossians chapter 3. I'm gonna start at verse 1 and we're gonna read now. But I want to start at verse 1. And it reads, if ye then be with Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Verse 2. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. You understand? What is the precept for this? It says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven. And all these other things will be added unto you. All right. Don't get out here and try to get rich or die trying. All right. Trying to get that fast money. Don't put all these things, these worldly things, before the Most High. You have to be willing to sacrifice for the kingdom of heaven. The scriptures describe it as a narrow path. A path so narrow, only one person can walk at a time. And on the left is flames, and on the right is water. Paraphrasing. That's how dangerous, that's how different and difficult it is to walk this narrow path. But that's what has to be done if you want the kingdom of heaven. If you really want to serve the Most High. All right? If you really want the kingdom of heaven, you'll walk down that narrow path. The world is wide. This is how you know that you're not living the truth. If I can't tell you from every other brother in the world, if my conversations with you are the same as conversations with brothers in the world, you understand? Not so much as it's not like you can't talk about sports, things like this. But if we sitting up talking about how much dope you should sell, how many niggas you done robbed, and you know what I'm saying? How much weed you smoke. Man, you know different. You're not different. You haven't really changed and renewed your mind. All right. And that's the first thing. I'm gonna keep reading till I can. Verse 3. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ in God. Verse 4. When Christ, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Verse 5. Mortify your members which are upon the earth: fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry. You understand? It says, for ye are dead. And then it goes and say, mortify your members which are upon the earth. What is it talking about, man? You have to kill your flesh. All right. You have to unalive your flesh. You have to be resurrected, become a new creature, become a new person, a new being under Christ. And that's what it's talking about. All right. All your members, you have to mortify them. You have to mortify your members which are upon the earth, man. All the things you used to love to do, smoking weed, you understand, going to sleeping with heathens. You know what I'm saying? You have to do all, man, pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. And don't give a damn how good it used to taste. You have to unalive that side of you. That old man has to die. All right. The only way to live, to really live under Christ, you have to die first. You understand? That old man, that fleshly man, the one who can control his lust, that person who can control himself has to be unalive first before you can live. All right. And that will be your resurrection on earth. Everybody understands? All right, verse 6. For which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience. Verse 7. And the which ye also walked some time when ye lived in them. Verse 8. But now ye also put off all these things: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication out of your mouth. Verse 9. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds, man. You got to get rid of all of these things, man. All your anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy communication. Don't lie to each other, man. And it says, seeing you put off the old man according to his old deeds. You understand? You have to be a changed person. You understand? And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy thing to do. But you have to put the Most High, you have to put the Lord's will before your own. What did Christ say? Did Christ want to die? When it was time for Christ to go up on that cross, he was scared, man. You understand? He said, please take this cup from me. Nevertheless, this is what he said. He said, take this cup from me. Praying to the Most High, saying, take this cup away from him. Meaning what? Take this deed away. Take this. Man, you don't want this burden, man. You don't want to go and get on this cross. But then he says, nevertheless, let not my will be done, but thy will. And that's what Christ was all about. He was about his Father's business. He was about the Most High's business. You understand? It's not about what the hell you want. It says all our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. But if you really want to be a changed person, then you have to what? Change. All right. Verse 10. Had to put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him. All right, is the new man. When we say you're no longer named, you will no longer go by that filthy name, that man that you were in the world. But you will now go by whatever your Hebrew name is. That is your spiritual resurrection. All right. You keep the laws, now the Most High hears your prayers. All right. Let me see. Give me a second. Time. Let me see. And I think I'm gonna end it with that. I'll leave it open just in case. I'll leave the floor open for questions about 30 seconds, a minute. You understand? I know y'all probably a little behind. I'll leave it open for a couple seconds at the end of class, just in case anybody got any questions. But now we're going to end the class. All right. I'm gonna wait for y'all a couple minutes.
Cabinet collections are buy one, get one free. Get your dream cabinet.
I do not see any questions in the chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the class with that. All right. This is the ISBK Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. Oh, Salakia. I forgot. 1 Corinthians 11. So one thing I forgot, that sisters should have their head covered and brothers should not have their head covered during prayer. All right. Let's see. Give me 1 second, y'all. Salakia. No, Salakia. I'm gonna just read it real quick and end class. Salakia. All right. Book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying having his head covered dishonor of his head. Verse 5. But every woman that prayeth or prophesieth with her head uncovered, dishonor of her head. For that is even all one as if she were shaven. All right. This is what the Bible says about how to pray. So if you're a sister, have your head covered. Brother, have your head uncovered. And with that, I'm going into class. Shalom.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Stop copying my man Shaw's style, man.
BK,
Shaw's the original.
I'm still told from the night before.
Let's go!
Yeah, 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 yeah.
One West, come on!
I'm about sick that these pussy ass niggas tryna rap, tryna sound like the boy 2T. I got that grip on my gun, I ain't gon' never fucking run. Pussy boy, you can never beat me. Look at that. Bubble clock. Whoa, we knock the ball, wheeling on thunder shots, yeah. Crack up, boy, you cannot roll with us. Crack your head, break your leg for just approaching us. We got our standards up, and making moves on your block make you look amateur. I got them bitches in my car, who ain't the best. So fuck that squad, and fuck these hoes, but I had that guy with y'all. telling me that? How many times you ever seen UPK take a fucking L? Whole week and you can tell. But you look like I'm fucking sell. Whole water like a well. That's why I never left a trail. I'm about 6 of these little damn pussy ass niggas tryna rap and tryna sound like me. For a bitch ass nigga can't wait to see me slip, but I got grip on that ARP. Yeah, all of these hoes tryna hang out with my foes, double down and bring me all your things. I got rank, I got power, and I ain't never going backwards. Pussy boy, not even in my pantry. I ain't going fucking backwards. No. Not a fucking bit. No. I ain't going fucking backwards. No. I should